Hmm. Hey everyone, welcome back to Channel. Today we are diving into the technology that has absolutely revolutionized the way we build, ship, and run software. Docker. If you have ever heard the buzzword but were not quite sure what it was all about, or if you are looking to level up your development game, you are in the right place. So what exactly is Docker? As its core, Docker is a platform that uses something called OS level virtualization to deliver your software in neat little packages called containers. Think of it like this. Imagine trying to move a bunch of different types of design without a system. You had have a chaotic mess, things breaking and logistical nightmare. That's kind of how deploying software used to be. Different environments, conflicting dependency, the dreaded "it works on my machine" problem. Now imagine those some fragile goods packed securely into standardized shipping containers. Suddenly, transportation becomes a breeze. You don't need to worry about what's inside each container as much. The container itself provides a consistent and isolated environment. That's essentially what Docker does for your applications. Let's break down some of the key players in the Docker ecosystem. Docker images. Think of these as the blueprints for your containers. They are read-only templates that hold everything your application needs to run. The code, libraries, system tools, even the runtime environment. It's like a snapshot of your application and its dependencies. Docker containers. These are the actual running instance of those images. When you take a Docker image and run it, you get a container. You can have multiple containers running from the same image, and each one is isolated from others. This is the Docker engine. This is the heart of the Docker. This is the heart of Docker. It is the software installed on your machine or server that allows you to build, run, and manage these images and containers using simple commands. So, Docker Hub. Imagine a giant online library or marketplace for Docker images. Docker Hub hosts tons of public and private images that you can pull down and use for your projects. It's a great way to get started quickly with pre-built environments. Fifth, Docker Compose. Now what if your application is made up of multiple containers working together like a web app with a database? That's where Docker Compose comes in. Manage, lets you define and manage multi-container applications using a simple YAML file. One command, and your whole stack comes to life. Docker files. One thing. And finally, how do we create these Docker images in the first place? That's where Docker files come in. These are like recipe books, text files containing all instructions needed to build a Docker image step by step. So why should you care about Docker? Well, the benefits are huge. Portability. First, portability. Your containers will run the same way no matter where you deploy them, your local machine, a testing server, or even the cloud. Say goodbye to "it works on my machine" headaches. Second, isolation. Each container is like its own little sandbox, preventing applications from interfering with each other and improving security. Resource efficiency. Docker containers are lightweight compared to traditional virtual machines because they share the host operating system because they share the host operating system's kernel. This means you can run more applications on the same hardware. For scalability, need to handle more traffic. Docker makes it easy to spin up more container instances of your application. Faster development and deployment. Docker streamlines the development life cycle by providing consistent environments and automating deployment processes. One thing, standardized operations. Containerizing applications make it easier to manage, update, and roll back challenges. Now, Docker isn't just for one type of project, it is incredibly versatile and used in tons of different scenarios. Microservices, perfect for breaking down large applications into smaller independent services. CI/CD pipelines ensures consistent build, test, and deployment environments. Third, modernizing legacy apps. Breathe new life into older applications by containerizing them. Multi-cloud deployment. Run your application seamlessly across different cloud providers. And development and testing. Create isolated and reproducible environment for your team. So Docker has truly become an indispensable tool in the modern software landscape. It simplifies complex deployment workflows, improves collaboration, and ultimately helps us build and deliver better software faster. That's a quick overview of Docker. In future videos, we will dive deeper into specific aspects like building your first Docker image, working with Docker Compose, and exploring more advanced concepts. Make sure to like video, subscribe to the channel for more tech explainers, and let me know in the comments.